Hello, guys. We are back. We are back. Please excuse us for the technical difficulties, but we are ready to go, and we hope you guys are watching, and we hope that you guys will share this video. Everybody tune in. We are excited to have y'all with us once again. So come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on, guys. How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Hey, Kevin.
Again. Y'all please go and share this real quick. Come in, come in, come in. We got a nice topic today. We got Kev checking in from Memphis, Tennessee. I guess that's gonna be our new thing. Everybody throw out where they watching from. Memphis, Tennessee is in the house. Come on, let's share. I thank y'all for returning back in. Got a hot topic on today. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of really didn't want to go with this topic, so y'all need to go ahead and y'all gotta start inboxing us with some topics, because this one right here came from the hip. I kind of wanted to save this one for later and let it marinate for a second, but I think that maybe this might be one. And I feel like we addressed this before, though. I feel like we did this before. So y'all come on in, come on in. Come on in. It's a good topic for today. Please share, comment people names in the post, in the comment section. Excuse me. Somebody you know that might not be friends of the show, comment their names in the section. What's up, Tonio?
Tonio, you back too. Thank
Everybody
you.
share, share, share. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, you already know who did that, Tonio.
I didn't really bump the table now, but hey, Columbia is in the house. Hey, Angela.
What they call it? The Metro? The Metro.
The Met is in the building. All right, we're going to pray real quick and go right in. God, we thank you for allowing us to yet be here on another Till Death Do Us Part. We thank you for this platform. We thank you for everyone that comes and shares on this platform. We thank you for all the information that we receive. We thank you for all the testimonies. We thank you for all the real talk. We thank you for the transparency. And we ask that you would continue to help us in every relationship in our life, oh God, every areas of our life, and allow us to be better representations of who you are in this earth. We ask these blessings in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Hello, everybody. How you doing, big bro? Good to see you in here.
Nia.
I hope the missus watching. That's my dad. Hope the missus is watching with you. Simple question, guys.
Keisha.
Y'all see it. Y'all see it in the chats. Let's talk about it. Can two
How balance
people
making a living to provide for the family and still balance health and marriage? Yeah.
We understand
That's
that
good,
one.
Angela. Yep.
We understand that one.
We'll put that down.
Inbox that, Ange. We got to make that a topic. So yes, listen, guys. I just want to know y'all opinion, and we can dig deep into it. Do you think that two people who have been intimate, let me spell it out, who have had sex together, do you think they can resort to just being only friends, like good friends, though? Because I want to put emphasis on that, because a lot of people have different definitions of what a friend is and what intimacy means. So I want to say if two people have ever had sex together, can they resort to being good friends and only friends? Nia says yes. Come on, we got the ball rolling. Come on, let me see what's going on. I want to say it determines. I want to put it out there and say it depends on the people, you know. So let's hear about it. Who got yes? Who got no? Antonio says yes. Okay, Tony, I'm surprised you said yes, but we'll get into that later in private. Kevin says yes. Don't ask why. Nia, I'm assume you said yes because you're already friends with somebody probably who you have been that way with. But let's go. Who else? Who else? Anybody else? Anybody else? I wanna Nika, what you think? Go ahead. You take it.
Keisha, it depends, right? That's
It
funny.
depends. Yeah. I say it depends on the maturity level of the people. Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think there is a cookie cutter answer for that.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Let's make it direct. Transparent moment, y'all. Y'all getting ready to see something real live right here. Let me ask you, do you think you could be just friends with somebody that you've been intimate with? If so, what's his name? Right now, just
What do you mean?
who do you
What
think?
do you
No, I'm
mean?
seriously though. Who do you think you could be just intimate with? I mean, just friends with somebody you've been intimate with, like good friends. Like I'm talking about talk on the phone.
I don't know
Hang
because
out.
I'm not friends with anybody that I've been intimate
And you
with.
better
before.
never not.
So
It's
I
like,
don't know.
nah. Okay. Well, listen. She said she don't know. Y'all heard that. Because she's not friends with somebody that she's been intimate with. I'm gonna say
Because you would think about, like, do you think that you would ever think about, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if it's maybe somebody from, like, you were like a teenager, I don't know, maybe something like that. But I don't know.
me
I don't
personally, that's tough. I don't see.
I don't know.
My thing is, I think you can be. I believe you can be just friends, but will you just be friends though? That's the whole thing. You know what I mean? And I got to be honest. From a guy's perspective, and guys, don't throw me under the
Lord,
bus.
let me get Lord in
Don't
there.
throw me under the bus. But at some point in time, for me, I think that it stands the possibility of if you have been intimate before and y'all still are friends, you know what I mean? It has to be something that stands in between y'all crossing that thing again because you already did it, and the likelihood of it happening again is huge, especially if you guys are still friends. You know what I mean? But I would say this, the reality of it is you should be good friends with somebody before you be intimate with them. You know what I mean? So the thing is now, like I have a female friend and we real good friends, but we don't interact with each other every day. And we definitely don't see each other every day. And we have been intimate. So now I have to even ask myself, like, if I was to be around that person every day, would it still just be friends? Like, could we still keep those boundaries, like Keisha said? So that's tough for me. Let's read some of the comments, y'all. This is one of those topics that got me, like, I don't even know.
So Angela said, of course, it depends on the maturity level of the people. Mm-hmm. You read Nia comments, right?
No.
Are you asking cordial or friendship? Because, like, what you saying, like,
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Friendship. Like, I'm cordial, and I'm sure you are too. I'm cordial with a lot of females that I've been intimate with. Like, cordial, like, hey, bye, how you doing? Some of them friends on social media. You know what I mean? Happy birthday, Merry Christmas. Like they picture, heart they picture. Say that it look pretty or they pretty, whatever the case may be. But, that's cordial. But friendship is a different story. For me, friendship is like, like you are into a certain area of my life. Like, my business. I talk to you. We share things. We see each other. You come over to the house sometime.
real quick, I don't mean to change. Mess up. I just want to say, I see Aunt May on here. Thomasina Portia. Aunt May, I just want to say, hey, Aunt May. I love you, Aunt May, okay?
Hey, Aunt May.
That's Miss Marilyn Monroe,
Right. So let's hear it, guys.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna sit and think. Am I really actually?
So
go ahead.
Nia said, I can think of a few factors that play into it.
Mm-hmm.
Keisha said, I've been cool with someone, but I don't go to their house.
Boundaries. Yeah.
Shakan said, my answer is yes, I've done it.
Mm-hmm.
So be friends. Have, a active relationship with the person that you've been intimate with.
But see, now here's the thing, Shakan, you said you've done it, right? But let me ask you this. You're probably the reason why y'all only remain friends. Because this is why I want to ask. Because have the person or people that you have been friends with only like they never tried to cross the boundaries. They never flirted like beyond friendship again or tried to do anything like that? Answer that. I want to know. While she's answering, I'm still trying to think, have I ever been really just friends with somebody? I'll do y'all one better. I have wanted to be intimate with somebody that I became just friends with, and then we were just friends, and still great friends till this day. So, yeah. Yeah.
Angela said, I feel like the intimacy creates a bond that has boundaries that should never be crossed when the relationship turns to a friendship.
I agree. I agree 100%. But like I said again, I'm not sure if I could sit here and say that once you have been intimate with someone, once I have been intimate with someone, can I just go back to being just friends? You know, I could be cordial, but I don't know about just friends. That's just me. I'm not knocking nobody else who can do it, but I don't know about just friends because I think that you run the risk of eventually maybe something happening. I don't know.
That's what Angela said. She said when the marriage goes haywire, that person will gravitate to the individual that knows them and feels, and I feel it's too close to temptation status. Mm-hmm. Like the other person is right there as a safety net if something happens or goes wrong or whatever.
Right. Yeah. Now, again, too, I want to put emphasis on intimate, right? Because just because you have sex with somebody doesn't mean you actually shared a moment of intimacy. You know what I mean? So for me, that intimacy, that intimate thing, man, ooh, you know, and for me, I'm thinking about people that I have been intimate with, not people that I just had sex with. So in other words, I'm thinking about people that I've made love to, or, you know, people that not only did I have sex with them, but I actually was in love with them. You know what I mean? Yeah. I had one person, like I said, to this day, I got a friend that, you know, I was intimate with, and me and her, we still consider ourselves friends, and we real close, you know what I mean? And we have never crossed that boundary after, you know, friendships or whatever. And, you know, we still friends to this day. I talk to her. I haven't spoken to her in a while, but I used to talk to her even after being married. Been to her house a couple of times even after being married. And nothing, you know, never happened or whatever the case may be. However, just me being real, I'm not sure if that would have continued to happen had I would have continued to be seeing her or going to her house or talking to her every day or stuff like that or whatever the case may be. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know if I would have been able to do it. I don't know if she would have been able to do it. But the reality of it is, these are things that we need to be aware of. And these are things that people need to be real about. You know what I mean? Some people can do it and some people can. And some things it's just a matter of it just didn't happen yet. You know what I mean? Or, you know, it just, you know, sometimes you have to really assess the situation and see, you know, what it is. But
yeah. So you had asked Shekinah a question about, you know, her or the other person. She said, no, they haven't. They know it wouldn't work, just as I know it wouldn't. You know. Right. But then Angela said, thoughts will come in seasons, especially when your life is going wrong. No one but God knows this thought process, but the thoughts will come. It's too close for comfort for me. And then she said, you was talking about, I think the intimacy in the sex part. She said, I'm not feeling that one. I think what part was that, Angela, that you was talking about when you said I'm not feeling that?
So Angela, I think she might be saying that, that if you have sex with someone, that's intimacy. So like that in itself is intimacy, or do you think there's a distinction between somebody hooking up for sex and somebody hooking up for passion and love? And
or is it just once you cross the line, you cross the line, period? Like once you cross it, it doesn't even matter if there is a relationship, if there's love, feelings, or whatever. Once you cross that line, then that's it. You know?
I mean, well, I don't know.
So then you're not just
I have been
friends. More than friends, regardless.
Well, no, I don't think that's true. I don't think if just because you have sex with somebody, then boom, automatically you're in an intimate affair, or so to speak, or there's intimacy that took place. Some people you had sex with, you wish you can take back. You know what I mean? And sometimes you like, oh man, how can I put it? I have been with people that I'm like, man, I wish I could take that one back. You know what I mean? And to be honest, it's not a matter of desire or intimacy there. So me and that person can be just friends, could be best friends, because one, you kind of wish you never did it to start with. You know what I mean? And two, again, if that intimate connection isn't there, then there's no desire. You know what I mean? Like, it takes a whole lot more for me, a whole lot more than physical attraction to make me want to be involved with somebody sexually. You know what I mean? Yeah. So even back then, like, if I end up being involved with somebody sexually when I was younger, and it was nothing other than a physical attraction, chances are it didn't continuously happen, and I regret doing it to start with. And I was like that since I was young, since an early age.
Nia, we don't visit one another in person or spend exclusive time outside of my significant other because it's a respect thing. Could I? Yes, but that brings significant, discomfort to a significant other. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me say something to that real quick. I don't think that it's only a disrespect thing if there's not a mutual agreement between you and the person that you're with. Like, if the person that you're with don't want you to do it and they feel like it's disrespectful and all this, that, and the third, and y'all come to an agreement that that's not something y'all going to be doing, then yeah, it's disrespectful. But I don't think it's just like a written rule that if you go spend some time or go hang out with somebody that you've been with intimately, then it's automatically considered disrespecting your relationship. I'm not going to go that far and say that. I just think it depends on the agreement between the two in the relationship, and blah blah blah.
Yeah. So, Lori, I was looking for you because I needed your.
Go ahead. Angela, we coming. Go ahead.
Yeah, I needed your answer on here or whatever, and now you're saying you're just gonna look and you're just gonna look.
Lori,
and listen.
don't start nothing in here tonight. I do not feel like you tonight, Lori.
Real quick before we go down, Shakan said, I agree. I think a lot of these situations are situational. It's the individual, because my life has been off wanting a relationship since we stopped, during the years, and I've never desired him during those times. Oh, wow.
Yeah, see, it's intimacy breeds passion, desire, and yearning. You know what I mean? Now, women, I thought y'all would be able to attest to this. Every man that touched you, you ain't feel. You know what I mean? Let that sizzle, let that bake in your oven real quick. Just because you touched the woman don't mean she felt you. You know what I mean? So it's not until you actually make that connection to where she feel you, where she starts desiring you, she starts yearning for you, and vice versa, men. She starts yearning for you and all of that stuff like that. That's when I believe you can call it intimacy. You know what I mean? Until that touch is something that you feel, anybody can get over. You can hang around, but for me, I can hang around anybody that I have been with that I just touched or that just touched me. But if I didn't feel them and that yearning isn't there, that longing isn't there, that, missing and all of that stuff isn't there, then I could be friends with them all day. The best of friends all day. So, that way.
Okay, so Angela said what her point was when she wasn't feeling you, visiting a past partner after being married and you were once in love with that individual. That was like crossing the line,
And, well, to each his own, Angela. I got you, but at least I am admitting that I know that if I ain't gonna say I know, but I had to realize that chances are, if I would have continued to do that, it probably would have ended, in a different way. You know what I mean? So, I can go with you on that one. I could see why you wasn't feeling that. You know.
Yeah, and then you
Yeah.
know things change, things evolve as time, as you mature, as you know. So you have different perspectives and different.
Yeah, I for sure
outlooks.
wouldn't do that now.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't do that now.
Yeah.
Well, put it this way. I wouldn't do that now and lie and say I'm just going to visit and I ain't going to do nothing else. So y'all heard it here first. If y'all ever see me with anybody out there that I used to be with, and I'm at their house,
Then you might as well go ahead and plan his funeral.
I give you permission.
And go ahead and get me them life insurance papers right now, and go ahead and ashes to ashes and dust to dust.
I'm telling you, I'm not there to pray unless she with me. Now, if she with me, that's a different story. But if I'm by myself, you go right on ahead and y'all get ready to pick out y'all suits and black dresses and all of that stuff. Cause
sad songs and them hymnals.
I don't want that smoke at all. Yep.
She said it's different for
Amen.
a man and a woman when it comes to intimacy and partners.
Explain, Pastor Robinson.
Yeah.
Please explain, because I hear people say that all the time, but then sometimes I used to feel, no, I ain't gonna throw them under the bus like that. But there's a significant difference between me and my brothers, and has been for a long time. It took a little bit more for me, you know, to want to be engaged with a woman in that way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you could have been the finest thing walking around, but if you couldn't get me here, you know what I mean? I wasn't feeling you. You know what I mean? Like, I just couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, so a lot of women, you know, I kind of feel like more in touch with my sensitive side, or the feminine side, if you would, because most of the time you hearing females saying, you know, I don't want to be with nobody sexually unless they can stimulate my mind or my heart or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's exactly how I am. Like, I can't even get past nothing. Like, nothing is going on if you don't stimulate my mind, if you don't make me feel you without you touching me physically. It's not going to happen. You know what I mean? Even, you know, to this day, like, you know what I mean? Like, me and my wife, we don't wait until we start touching each other to start trying to feel each other. You know what I mean? If she don't make me feel her before she touch me, chances are when she touch me, ain't nothing going to happen. You know what I mean? And Lord knows, if I try to touch her without trying to get her to feel me first, it's going to be a problem. So, yeah, you know, that's just always been me. Go ahead. Let's get in the comments.
Oh, it was something Angela said on here. I wondered. Oh, okay. So Antonio said, I must change my answer. I have no current friendships with any female that I was intimate with. I do have a friendship with a young lady I have had a sexual encounter with.
Yep.
But
see,
then
Tonio,
that goes back
it's a
with what
difference.
Angela said. No,
What?
it's different from women and men.
Let me see what her difference is. Let's see.
I don't know
see
if
what
we
it is.
answered that.
She ain't answered that yet.
Okay, the thought. Okay, right. So, okay, well, she said facts. The thought and images are etched in your mind forever, the good and bad experiences.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you saying it's just a physical thing and not an emotional thing, then you still have the experience. That's still a part of your history, your mental history.
I understand that, but for me, like I said, I'm not knocking nobody else. For me, if the experience was only based on physical, then I don't, like, I hardly ever had sex with anybody just because they looked good. Hardly ever. I could probably count on one hand the many times that I have done that. Off the top of my head, I'm thinking twice, maybe, twice. And each of those times I never returned. You know what I mean? Because when it happened then, it was no connection. You know what I mean? So to me, I kind of felt like I violated myself, So even if I think about the experience, I'm not thinking about it with a desire or yearning or longing for it or whatever. You know what I mean? I do you one better. Now, we all have had people that we've been with, that used to look good, for lack of better words, y'all. And I ain't trying to call no. Oh, let me say it like this. that we used to be attracted to, right? We used to be attracted to them. And physically, we used to be attracted to them physically. And now they don't look as physically attractive to us as they used to. However, when we touched each other, we felt each other. Now, till this day, that's the thing that's sketched and etched in a person. Well, me, for example, like there have been some people that I have been with that I used to be in love with. And they are less attractive to me now than they were then. However, that connection, that intimacy, that whatever is still the thing that could draw a person in. It's still the thing that would make you overlook that they don't look as physically attractive as they used to you back in the past. You know what I mean? So, and like I said, that's just my testimony I'm giving to y'all, I guess, so to speak. Like, you know, it ain't about looks all the time. If it's not about physicality for me. Like if I have ever been intimate with a person, passion, desire, yearning, love, all of that, and we were trying to be just friends, we gonna have to be friends from a distance. I don't believe that it would be wise. I'm not gonna say it's not possible, but I don't believe it would be wise to continue to have that interaction, that seeing each other, meeting each other, making time for each other, like really doing things that friends do. I don't think that would be wise to do that, especially if you don't have to. Go ahead.
So Nia said that I think being a younger and older woman plays a factor in how we view intimacy. You know, maybe kind of like how you were saying, like now, some things, decisions you made then you wouldn't do now. You wouldn't dare do those things now. You know. So, Angela said, when a woman allows a man to touch them intimately, there are some kind of emotional connection. There was some kind of emotional connection that she had to feel prior to, like what you said earlier. Yeah, the woman. For a lot of men, not all of them, can go physical and instantly forget when it's over. You know, but you just said
I ain't saying I forgot. I ain't saying I forgot. I'm just saying I didn't desire it.
For a lot of men, not all of them.
Yeah, not all of them. Yeah, and she said I'm the exception. Hey, hey, I've been told that so many times, and guess what? I'll take that. And there's no cap too. That's just pretty much how it is.
Yeah. So Star, you had a question. You have a question. Do you still have the question?
And Star, you could just type your question in. You know, like all questions are welcomed here.
So as she get her question together, Maurice said you can also
what's up, family?
Transfer negative energy to
That's right.
women.
That's right. That's right. You can definitely transfer negative energy by making love. And I'm gonna be honest. You can transfer. You don't even have to have intercourse. You can just constantly be in company with the wrong people and transfer negative energies. You can be on the phone with someone for too long and transfer negative energies. If you keep listening to what they're saying, and that's what you're hearing, transfer negative energies. Like, and that's real. You know what I mean? Like, you can listen to a song on the radio enough times before you start feeling like what that song is saying. So how much more if you go out there and you lay with somebody? This is why I ain't used to like to lay with nobody just because they look good. You go lay with somebody, you don't know what's going on, what's transferring, you know, when you do that. Forget about, you know, STDs. It's a whole lot more things that can attach itself to you and won't be much you can do about it. So
and I think that also comes with maturity because, you know, being a younger person, you don't think about, you know, the energy, the things that can connect itself, the spirit, the supernatural things that can connect themselves to you, you know, unawareingly, you know, until you get older and more wise, then you can understand those things, you know. Shakan says, again, I don't think you can group men and women in that category. Also, I think my spiritual strength where I am now plays a lot into me being able to have these friendships. Yeah.
Right.
I wouldn't be that type of friendship where I am, where I feel the man would try and push on me, and I would have to be the one to stop it, because as a friend, you want my respect and and my boundaries of not wanting to go there anymore.
Right. That's
Yeah,
right. That's
yeah.
right. And that goes to play into what we talked about on one of our shows before. Like, if my wife wanted to have male friends, even ones that she was intimate with, it ain't my place to jump in and tell her, no, you can't. No, I'm not letting you do that. Even if I believe that he's going to try her, or whatever the case may be, I have to respect her enough to know her well enough to know that she's going to respect herself enough in our marriage to not allow something to happen with and not check it. You know what I mean? Like, if I got to check it for you, it that don't mean nothing to me. I want to know you can check it. You know what I mean? So so, and that's definitely something that I pride myself on. I was thinking today, Nika, and I might be fooling myself, but I was thinking today that one of the greatest things that I love about my wife that I overlook and I often don't talk about on this show is I don't have to worry about nobody getting her. Like, like just knowing that it takes a different type of guy, you know what I mean, to touch her. Just knowing that, not even so much of tooting my own horn like I'm doing everything that I should be doing as a man in a marriage to fulfill her every wants, needs, and desires. It's not even about that, and I am, but it's not even it's not even about that. It's about just knowing that she's different. You know what I mean? She's different, and that ain't something that I have to worry about. You know what I mean? And this is what I think about too, when I have those thoughts, and guys, those of you who watching, this is a real transparent place. Men, don't beat me up, but believe it or not, women, we have thoughts of wanting to be with other people from our past, people that we might see walking past in the streets, people that we might work with. We think about it. It might cross our mind, but for some of us, that's all it is. It's just a thought. But one of the things that snaps me back into reality is, especially people in my past, is that feeling of knowing that I don't have to worry about somebody having what's mine. You know what I mean? And then now in terms, it makes me want to even the more give that back out to the woman that I'm with. So yeah, that's my thing. It ain't easy now, but go ahead.
I don't got lost in the thing.
Look at that, y'all. See, I done hit her with that flex just now.
So Shakan said, because my spiritual strength is going to take a lot more than past thoughts to make me go there. I agree with the age, and being mature.
Shakan, that's why I said earlier, was it, because I know you tight spiritually, that's why I said earlier, was the guy trying you? Because I know you going to keep him at bay. I already know that. But that's why I was asking, was the guy staying at bay? Like, did he ever try to cross that way,
Yeah,
But,
yeah. Hey, y'all, thank y'all. We got some new people that just started watching or whatever. We saw Richard that chimed in or whatever.
What's up, bro?
Yeah,
I ain't seen him come in on here.
Yeah, you feel free to comment if you got
Bro, help me out, man. Help me out. Because I don't know why Kevin's so quiet on here. Y'all better talk up. I don't know why Antonio's so quiet.
And what was the official topic? What did we say?
The topic is, can two people that have been intimate resort to only being good friends?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. So Nia says the expectations that a younger woman might expect versus the expectations of a more seasoned woman will probably differ.
Oh, Lord. See what you done did?
Come on in the room, Lori. Come on in the room, honey.
Oh, man. Let's get the rest of these comments out the way before we get Lori in here.
I knew she couldn't hold on. That's why I said, Lord, you got to come on in here now. Yeah, y'all go ahead and share this, please. Share this video. All right.
Lord,
and about transferring spirits, Shakan said.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said, I've seen someone's face change when I was in my early 20s.
Wow.
While doing
Wow.
And it made me fall way back with being intimate with a man before I rededicate my life to God. That's real. I don't know if y'all seen that image. I think it was circulating on social media about how you have so many different, like, they had like images of demons or whatever. Like, once you've been with so many people that they, you know, are attached to your soul or your body or whatever, you know, and like, it's a spiritual thing. You know, this is something that God created. God gave us this gift of intimacy, and it's a sacred thing. And so when we share it with people that is not deserving of it, then we contaminate ourselves.
Right.
You know?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
Kevin said that's a male instinct. We are naturally born to hunt. The chase is a thrill.
No, it ain't either. No, it ain't either.
The chase is a thrill.
No,
like, what you mean?
Why
like
you
little
messing
hound
with
dogs or something?
Y'all, Nika starting trouble in here tonight. I don't know what's going on, but she's starting trouble in here tonight.
Oh, okay. So Nia
my question, way at the top.
Let me go find Nia question.
My bad, Nia.
It's funny.
Hurry up, you take it too
No,
long.
somebody supposed to be
Kev's supposed to be elaborating, but we don't need Kevin to elaborate.
No, Lori, you supposed to be bringing Lori.
I know I want to get the Nia question real quick. Lori, I ain't trying to duck you.
No. Lori saying ain't no duck now. Lori gonna get in here. Ain't no duck on here. I'm trying to find
Nia, retype it. Retype your question, because she's trying to scroll all the way up to find it. Just retype it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, she gonna retype it.
Okay.
I don't know how we missed that. You said you need the man's
help. Oh, so she said never mind.
Oh. Bye, Nia.
All right, Lord. Send invite.
Hold up. I guess Why you wanted me to do it?
I told you to get the thing.
Well.
Anyway, y'all make sure y'all I want to keep saying it to y'all to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay.
Yeah, go subscribe to
because we're trying to get to a certain number of subscribers on our YouTube channel. Okay.
I invited you, Nia. I thought it was Lori. Well, Nia, if you want to, there go Lori right there. Okay. Lori, you sideways. You gotta flip it the other way. There you go.
You can't hold it like that. Can y'all hear me?
Look, if y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel, y'all can go on our retreat.
Yeah, go ahead,
Get a
Lori.
free drawing for a free retreat.
No, you ain't neither. Shoot.
Okay, so
it costs money.
So the topic is: can two people who've been intimate, can they still be friends?
That's right.
I think yes. I personally think yes, but to a certain extent. People use the word friend, or that's my friend, or that's my guy friend or my girlfriend. People use it so loosely.
Right.
To me, a friend is somebody who has your back. If you need them in 3 o'clock in the morning for a flat tire, or whatever the case is, they'll get up, come help you out. The word friend is used so loosely. I've tried to have a friend. I was in a relationship with a young man. I thought he was a great person, the whole nine. And then after the breakup, I thought we could be friends. And we were to a certain extent. But if emotions are still running for either person, I don't think it's a good idea. Because you're going to be, you're already connected, like Nika said earlier, spiritually, because you've already took it to that level, to intimacy. So being connected and then trying to just be friends, if it's a struggle for each person, then it's not a good idea. But if y'all can put a barrier there and say, okay, these are our respectful boundaries. This is what we don't talk about. This is where we don't go, or what have you. If you're going to date other people and they still come around, or whatever the case is, there has to be certain levels. What people call boundaries. If you're going to first call them a friend, because a friend is supposed to be there, have your back, do whatever. You can talk to them. You can talk to them about your spouse. Good and bad or whatever, and they never come back with that negative vibe. If they can't do that or find themselves doing that, then it ain't a friendship anyway. So I would cut it loose. That's just my opinion.
Exactly.
cut it loose if
Yeah.
it, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So let me ask you this now. I'm gonna make it personal. Have you ever been friends, and are you friends with someone that you have been intimate with?
Okay, so my last relationship, right?
Mhm.
I think we could be friends, but because it's not that far gone past the breakup,
Mhm.
I still have.
Y'all gonna get back together?
Huh?
You say you think y'all could be friends, but because it's not that far gone in the breakup, y'all gonna mess around and get back together? That's what I heard. I don't know. Maybe I heard wrong, but that's a conversation for me and that person another time. But go ahead.
So with the emotions still being involved, I know for a fact on my side, we've chatted recently, and conversations was been pretty good. But when I feel like I'm getting that emotional side coming out, like I mean, once you love somebody one time,
yeah,
you always love them.
Can't
It just that love never really dies. It just
Right.
It just you have to put it on another level if the relationship didn't work out. So when I feel like I'm gonna be like emotionally still attached to this person through conversation, through the ear channel, and they reach my mental, I might be gonna lie. I'm just like, okay, all right, well we'll chat later. Bye bye. Because I think that's best for both persons.
You have to, but you have to do that. You really do. So, you have to do that, and
to protect yourself. Number one,
to protect both of us,
and to protect the relationship as a whole, whether it be intimate relationship or whether it be friendship. You know what I mean? You got to do that. Right. So yeah, that's what's up, Laura. Yeah. All right. No. Well, thank you for joining us as always. Right. See, that's what you get. You should have come on here now.
Love you, Lori.
And they watching.
That's my cousin. She co-signs for cousin. That's my cousin.
And they watching. Well, thanks, Lori. We gonna catch up.
All right, love you, girl.
All right, love you guys.
Don't touch it. Just leave it. Let her hang out. Yeah, because he loved to
go ahead. You got to disconnect before I hang up the video.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Good. See ya.
That was good, y'all. We can always count on Lori to give us some nice, good, wholesome, solid feedback.
Absolutely.
She can't quite work her camera right in the sound, but she's going to give us some good feedback. Just hit in. Hold up. Let's wait till she get out of here. And Lori, then, I'm about to hit you. Hold up. I help you. I got it.
I got it.
Okay.
All right, boom. There we go.
Nia said add her and then she'll ask a question.
She's gonna ask a question?
Yeah.
All right, Nia. Where you at? I'm about to I gotta find her. Hold up. Hold on, Nia.
So while we doing that.
Hold on, wait. Let me say this before I get Nia on real quick. I want to say this, right? This is what I wanted to say too, guys. There was once a time where, has there ever been a time, anybody want to share that story, where you wanted to be intimate with someone, but for whatever reason y'all kept it at bay, and then after it was already established that it would never happen, you never even tried or thought about crossing the boundaries and y'all became friends? Because that has happened to me. Like, you wanted to be with somebody sexually or wanted to be with them as girlfriend and boyfriend, but then it never happened. And then once it never happened, y'all established a friendship, and that's where it stayed. Anybody?
It's so crazy. I guess this might be a good thing, but I honestly can't remember past like us. Like, I don't know if maybe I blocked it out or something. I don't know, but I honestly can't remember. It ain't got nothing to do with you.
Of course you can. Of course, that's what you think.
So I don't know. I don't remember a time.
Of course you can't. She can't remember past me. Y'all understand me? Do you understand me?
All right. Anyway.
Shakar going, I choose my shot. Shakar, go to bed right now. Go straight to bed. Put your phone on the charger and go to bed. But listen, let me know, because that happened. That happened to me quite a few times, and that's the only thing that makes me believe it's possible to have had been intimate with someone and keep it that way. But like I said, for me, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, why even try if you don't really have to? And even for us, Nika, like when we first started, well, I wouldn't even say when we first started, but y'all, I wanted Nika way before we got married, way before we even.
Oh, and then we just
Yeah, like me and somebody that she was head over heels in love with used to hang out every single weekend, every weekend. And me and her was just friends. We used to talk more than her and her boyfriend used to talk. But bro code, I could never tell some of the stuff me and him was doing together. But she would cry to me about him breaking her heart, and I knew he was breaking her heart before he did it. You know, that type of stuff like that. Now, let me ask y'all this. Was I a true friend to not tell her? Because we was just friends at that time, like real good friends. Like, used to talk to each other every single day almost for hours.
But you had a hidden agenda, though.
No, I'm going to be honest. Like, once it was clear that wasn't going down, I wasn't going to do that. I really, did I ever try you? No. Exactly. So, no, it wasn't no hidden agenda.
I just knew it wasn't no chance.
What? What? No, I just was like, nah, I'm going to be her friend, so that's what it is. But anyways, yeah, so it's possible. It's possible. It's just, you know, whether or not, you know, we can do it.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
You want me to disconnect that? Go ahead.
No, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Kevin said you got to eliminate alcohol around certain friends.
Nah, we're not going to blame it on alcohol.
That's what,
in fact, alcohol might make me not do it. Go ahead. We're going to read some more of these comments, then we're going to add Nia in. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So Richard says, for me, I don't think that it will be a good idea. Understanding that mindsets change and spiritual growth happens. I think that it's a door that's better closed than open.
That's right. That's why I said if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You can take it.
Yeah, I'm saying better. I agree. Better close. And why? If you don't need any more additional friends, if you don't need why go back there? Why go? Opening doors that it's not going to benefit you and where you're going in your future. Then what's the use?
Now, if we wasn't friends coming into the relationship, like let's say for instance, I had a lot of female friends when me and my wife got together. Most of them, we are not friends no more. Most of them, we don't even talk no more. We don't, nothing, no communication whatsoever. However, there was one significantly that we are still friends, and from time to time, we still talk to each other. However, the reality of it is my wife never required me to kick female friends to the curb when me and her got together, right? And I'm glad she didn't, because nobody wants to marry their mother. You know what I mean? Like, nobody don't want to be confined to a relationship where a person is now trying to tell them how to be an adult. You know what I mean? But as an adult, I had to realize which relationships was worth holding on to. And like I said, I had many female friends, but there was only one that has never crossed the line of disrespecting my marriage or disrespecting my wife, like in the least slightest way. No cracking, no jokes about, nothing, just nothing at all, nothing at all. And for that, that's why, like, maybe if this person was to call me, I'll talk to her. If this person was to text me, whatever, I'll talk to him. Me and this person friends on Facebook, all of the stuff like that, because the respect factor was there. Now, there have been some other people that have drawn and crossed that line, and now it's just, we not even friends no more. You know what I mean? So fellas, be careful, even in my days of infidelity, if anybody ever came out of their face wrong, I don't care how much involved my emotions was. Like, I've had somebody tell me something like, I ain't your wife. Guess what? You not. We'll never talk again, ever. You know what I mean? Or your wife could never be, or anything coming out of your mouth pertaining to my wife is just off limits. And those type of things is how, as mature men and mature adults, you have to learn, men and women, nobody has the right to speak of your spouse. Nobody else has the right to bring them up in a negative way. You can't be my friend and say you care about me and say you love me and say you genuinely want what's best for me and not like who I love. You know what I mean? So that's the way you start processing whether it's good to have these significant friends, whether it be male or female. You know what I mean? Whether it be same sex or, you know, opposite sex. You know what I mean? Like, I got relatives that came out of their mouth wrong pertaining to my wife. And for that reason, they are just relatives now. And let me let y'all in on another secret. Just because they're your relatives do not mean they are your family. You better learn that quick. I mean quick. Because if you don't, you will lose your family trying to keep your relatives. Let that bake in your oven. That I gave y'all that for free. Come on, let me get
Sheila, Pastor Sheila, come on in the room, Pastor Sheila.
Nia, we
Pastor
coming,
Sheila
we coming, Nia.
She said, when I'm done, I'm done. I'm
Mhm.
emotionally tied to them. Like,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
some people, you can't, there is no going back. There is no being friends, because once we cut off
Mhm.
because, you know,
Right.
I gave you my all when I'm in the relationship. So if you don't want it then don't be trying to be friends with me now, you know? And that's,
So you don't think, let's be honest, Nick, I'm gonna put you back on the spot. You don't think there's nobody from your past that you could be friends with, that you've been intimate with? Just friends. And by
no, you
friends,
say, yeah, like I can be cordial,
by friends I mean talking to them or communicating with them at least 3 times a week, and maybe seeing them once every other week.
without them trying to cross, no.
Without you, I know they're gonna cross. Without you, I ain't worried about what they're gonna do. I'm just trying to figure out what you gonna do, because they can't do it.
Probably one.
Okay.
Probably one.
What's his name now?
Don't worry about that now.
Oh, he better worry. Whoever you are, he better worry.
Eartha B. She said, I believe you can be friends, but like Lori said, if it's emotional there, then it's not gonna work. Especially if you're trying to move forward with someone else.
Mhm.
Yeah, that could cause problems. That could cause serious problems. You know?
So that fella out there, I got 2 friends, one named Smith and one named Wesson. And when we get together, it's gonna be a whole lot of blessing. So go ahead.
So Star said, so you trying to say you was friends with my boyfriend? Yeah, but we was kids though, you know. So,
no, you ain't kids when you're doing grown people stuff.
No.
Y'all was doing grown people stuff then.
No, I don't think so.
What?
No.
You know who I'm talking about?
I mean, yeah.
And y'all wasn't doing grown people stuff?
No. Not when y'all was friends. Cause that was like before, cause y'all wasn't friends.
You don't know how long we was friends and when we was friends. But anyways, she said she wasn't doing grown people stuff. I say she was. Let me ask you this. Have you and that person ever did grown people stuff?
Yes.
All right, then. So what are you talking about? We asked, could you...
She said, was you friends with my boyfriend? Yes.
Okay, yeah, I was friends with her boyfriend. I was friends with her boyfriend. And you said it was young people or kids stuff or whatever the case.
No, I said yeah, but we was kids. Like,
oh yeah, we was teenagers now at the time. We was teenagers at the time. But they were intimate. That's what the point I was trying to make.
Yeah, but her question was, so what was you saying? What was you saying? You saying you friends? So basically you started dating me. Now you're married to one of your friends.
Oh no.
Ex-girlfriend.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not how it was. Actually, the reality of it is, I said we hung together every weekend. I didn't say we was friends.
That's what I was trying to say.
And to be honest, though, me and him developed a better friendship after we became adults, you know, than when we were younger. You know what I mean? I do y'all one better. Let me show you, you know, how mature and how much I have grown, how much she have grown. The person came into town one time when we came into town, and she wanted to see him. She wanted to go see him. And she said, you know, no, I asked her. I said, hey, so-and-so in town or whatever. You want to go see him, don't you? And she said, yeah. So I was like, oh, well, dang. I was like, you sure? She was like, yeah. I was like, wow.
Were we together then?
Yeah.
I'm just asking. Yeah. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think we was married, Nika. Yeah, we was married. So anyways, long story short, she said yes. And I said, and true story, y'all. So I asked her, I said, well, do you want to go by yourself or you want me to go with you? And she was like, she don't care. So I literally took her to go see him. I literally took her to go see him. And two reasons why. It's because one, she didn't have to tell me that she wanted to see him, and I didn't have to know that she was going to see him. I'll give you a third reason. Two is because I'm secure in who I am, and and I'm not worried about, there's not a jealous bone in my body when it comes to my wife. And three, because she could have went to see him without me knowing and not even tell me, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? We adults, we mature about the situation. You want to go, let's go. Because whatever it is, I'd rather know it now than to find out after we done invested so much into it. So yeah, that happened, and truth of the matter is, I think I might even be crazy enough to say it would be okay for y'all to be friends, regardless of the fact. But that's just me.
Shakan said you were friends with both, so I don't think so. Like you stayed neutral.
I'm gonna tell you why I say I wasn't friends with both. Don't get it twisted. Me and the guy was very, very cool. We was cool. We hung out every weekend. But as far as going over to the terms as friends,
but you said
I didn't share. I didn't know. I said me and you was friends.
No, you said I was friends.
No, I said I hung out. I said I hung out with your boyfriend every weekend. So anyways, but like I said, back, I can't really say friends because, like I said, me and him only hung out on the weekends, and I didn't talk to him. Me and you were more friends because I spoke to you during the week. I spoke to you every day of the week. We shared secrets with each other. We cried on each other's shoulders. Like, you know what I mean? You would tell me about issues you was having with him, and I would try to give you advice without breaking bro code and all of that stuff like that or whatever. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so because I was a real friend, y'all. I wasn't trying to get nothing like that. I was a straight up friend to her, man. And when we had our opportunity to first get together, she put me back in the friend zone.
Pastor Sheila said, most relationships begin with the sexual attraction. So to become friends afterwards is trying to break a sexual tie that's connected with emotions. That's a good way to look at it.
I won't say, I won't say most relationships begin with a sexual attraction. I would say most attractions are physical.
I think that's what she means. Oh, yeah. Is that what you mean, Pastor Sheila?
Pastor Sheila know what she meant. Pastor Sheila, tell her, don't be trying to put words in your mouth.
I think that's what she meant.
But see, yeah, I believe most attractions are physical. But I think for me, and I think a lot of people can attest to this, everybody looks at something and want it from what they see. Oh, okay, that is what you meant. All right, my bad. Everybody looks at something and want what they see, right? But once you get a chance to experience what you see, it takes whatever that thing can do to make you want to keep it, right? So, like, for example, you go to a car dealership and you see a car, you look at it. That's the first thing that attracts you to it. But it ain't until you get into that car and you start touching the buttons and twisting the knobs and playing with the gear shift and all of that stuff and seeing what it can actually do, that's what determines to you whether you actually want it. You know what I mean? So I would say this for me, and I'm sure a lot of y'all can attest. Let me see some hearts and thumbs or whatever going across the screen if you agree. Like, physical appearance can only get me, but it's going to take more than that to keep me, Yeah. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Kevin said you was a good friend because you were protecting them both and wasn't shooting your broke shot. Lori said, well, we all said y'all was going to be together. Even my mom said it that one day in Walmart. My mom said, they just friends, all right. Red knew from the jump. Remember that day?
And my Red told me that too. To my, y'all just friends, all right. But no, the truth of the matter is that after that, fast forward, years later, we were still just friends. Like, I don't even know how we went from just friends to married, but it literally happened like just boom, just like that. You know what I mean?
Shakan's crazy. She said, I gotta be friends first, like you said. I can think you fine, But once you start talking, and if he's unintelligent, I
I
can't
can't
do
do
it.
it. Yep, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, yeah. And Pastor Sheila crying on the shoulder, that might have been one of the things that got us. I don't know. That might have been one of the things that got us. But Nia done fell asleep on us. Or Nia, you still want to come in
let me
or
get her.
what? So
I'm
you can
gonna
get your
add you.
question in.
Nia, I'm getting ready to add
He said,
you. I
but
know
how
you
do you
still on
turn
here.
that attraction into friendship afterwards? Like just friendship afterwards?
I used to say if I'm gonna be friends with just anyone, well, I would say this: if me and Nika don't make it, and I end up with another woman, she's gonna have to understand and
I thought
accept.
you said you wasn't gonna be with nobody else. Me.
I said end up with another woman. I ain't say
You said
married
if
to
me
her.
and Nika don't make it.
I ain't say married to another woman. But listen, if me and Nika don't make it, and I end up with another woman, this is big hypothetically speaking. That woman is just gonna have to understand that Nika is gonna be a very vital part of my life for the rest of my life. Like she's gonna have to understand that. Like I literally could see me still paying Nika bills and making sure she's straight, even though I'm with another woman. And if they're not willing to accept that, which I really don't care, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Now, if Nika get another man, now that's a different story. I think I'm gonna be trying to get some for the rest of my life. I think I ain't talking to you. She
go ahead. She's in there right now.
All right, we getting Nia on here. But yeah, so that's just the reality of it, man. If you can't make it,
you sound just like Rich.
If you can't,
he's gonna take care of you for the rest of your life.
That's it. It's listen, that's why he my big brother. You see, y'all understand that? Y'all see how that works? See how that connection works?
Hey y'all.
But hold up, Nia. Let me finish addressing this real quick, Nia. But let me say this though. And this is my thing, right? And this is why I can't see me really being. I know if me and Nika don't work, I ain't never get married again. Unless it's gonna have to be God, gonna have to come out the sky and literally put me to sleep and take a new rib out of my body and create a different special kind of woman for me to remarry again if me and her don't make it. And the reason why I say that is because I don't believe that if I can't make it with my best friend, like y'all understand, I knew this girl since she was in second grade. If me and her can't make it together, there's no hope for somebody else new. Like it's just not, it's not probable. You know what I mean? But all right, Nia, what's up? What you got?
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey. So I'm gonna have to make it quick because I'm on my lunch break, or I could just leave.
Okay.
You know, I could just leave.
What?
But,
Go ahead.
So all right. So my question is pertaining. Can y'all hear me? Okay. By the way.
Yeah.
No, wait. Turn up a little bit. Turn it up, or bring your phone closer to you, or something.
Hold on. All right. What about this? Is this better?
That's better.
Go ahead.
Better? Okay. So yes. So as far as the friendship, being friends with someone, I guess chiming in from a younger perspective, I'm 23. And so the likelihood of an average 23-year-old or 20-anything-year-old being able to be mature but also secure within themselves, it's gonna be very unlikely. A lot of factors play into that. Like, number one, for me, I would be okay with it. I would be okay with my significant other befriending someone that they've been intimate with, but the likelihood of that person being okay with it is very slim. And I say that, number one, spiritually, for me, I'm a lot stronger. I'm a lot stronger spiritually. And so when you take that into consideration, if you have one person that is stronger in the word than another person, then they're equal, then that's going to be a lot more difficult for them to understand loving unconditionally if they don't have the love of God. You know what I'm saying? To a certain extent, if they have not grown and matured to that extent.
Right.
So that plays a very big factor. A lot of people my age also don't understand soul ties. They don't understand transferring spirits. They don't understand things like that. And so a lot of people in my generation are okay with casual sex, okay with it. You know, one night stands is cool, and that's it.
Right.
But I agree. I
have someone like, for me, I'm not doing that. You might as well just go ahead and find the ring for me, because that's just gonna be it. Like, we're getting married. But that's definitely different. But my question was, is it different? For example, I have a significant other, and I have a friend that I have dated, but because of where we were in life and because of the path that we decided to choose, like this person decided to go into the military and move to Tokyo, and I was like, I'm not going. So we can be cool, but that's not going to work for me.
Mhm.
I am, however, still friends with them, even though I was
Yeah.
like in love with this person. However, a person that they
Mhm.
were intimate with, they had sex with, and they were good friends, they are still friends with them. Now, the problem comes when there's an issue with me being friends with someone I dated and had sex with and was in love with, but they're across the world. But this person lives in the
Mm.
city. Y'all known each other for quite some time, and you guys had sex, you know. But the disconnect comes when it's like, oh, well, you were in love with this person. I was, you know, and they're across the world. So my question that I'm
Mhm.
forming, just to give a little bit of
Mhm.
backstory, is what is the difference, if there is at all, and is that fair or unfair? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to.
Yeah.
You want us
It
to answer the question while you on, or you want me to disconnect and then answer? What? How
She
you
might
want?
want to get feedback or whatever. So what
Okay.
you're saying,
No,
yeah.
because I heard
Yeah,
she
yeah,
got
yeah.
a lunch break.
Oh.
So all
That'll be
right. So
okay.
look,
That's all right.
let me take it like.
Oh.
Okay. Let me answer it like this. So you saying that they saying it was okay for them to have the friend, but not
That's
okay
in the
for you,
city. Yeah.
but not okay for you to have the friend.
Correct.
And they're across the
Um,
country. Yeah.
Correct.
But if that friend was in the city,
so she's saying if the friend was in the city, it'll be okay.
no, period.
So okay. So it's not okay. Period.
Right.
Whether your friend was in.
Right.
That's not fair.
But
Clearly, that's not fair.
right. But like you were saying, there has never been a cross boundary of disrespect. You know what I'm saying? If anything, it's been, how are you guys doing? How's everything going? How's school? How's job? How's life? However, I
Right, right.
have witnessed conversation where there has been discussion of some things that I might have been going through between the two of them. And it's like, wait a minute, you know? You know what I'm saying? So
Oh, yeah.
what you're trying to tell me is this is different because you guys weren't in a relationship and in love, and it was a casual sexual encounter, as opposed to me having
Mhm.
been in love with someone and now we're no longer together. But there has never been disrespect towards you or towards us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the person did show disrespect
Yeah.
towards
Her.
you.
Yes.
Me.
Because they were talking about their relationship.
Forget about you. Forget about you having somebody who you was in love with way out in Tokyo.
Mm-hmm.
Forget about that. Even if you didn't have anybody, it's unfair to your relationship for that person to think it's okay to talk about you and your relationship to someone else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not fair. You know what I mean?
That's that boundary.
Yeah, that's that boundary thing that should not be broken. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't like one of the things that saved us is when we learned to stop talking about our relationship to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The things that we do
Right.
now is because you have to keep, and she said this before, blew my mind. She get deep sometime now when she want to. She said, you have to keep your team's game plan in the locker room. How you say that thing? Keep your team game plan in the locker room.
Gotta get the book to figure it out now because it's in the book.
I can't remember,
it's in the book.
but she said, get your team game plan, keep your team's game plan
Mm-hmm.
in the locker room
Mm-hmm.
until game day or something like that. So in
Mhm.
other words, nobody until you and your significant other have figured out how y'all going to win and overcome a certain situation, y'all have no business talking about it to nobody else. You know what I mean? And
Right.
we
especially somebody that they've been intimate with, and even if they say it was no feelings, it was just a pure physical thing. There was an exchange there.
Mm-hmm.
So
a conflict of interest.
If you have been at my most vulnerable point or place with me, and then I talk to you about my significant other in my relationship, you know, and our weaknesses, that's crossed the line.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right.
So that person will never respect your relationship.
Nope.
Never.
Nope.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
And
Nia, we
I
thank
guess,
you
like,
for sharing.
something-
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
No. I'm not sure if this
Mm-hmm.
will play a big part in it as well, but it was less about our relationship and more about a personal disclosure, a detail that meant a lot to me that took a long time for me to share. And
Okay.
so for you to tell that to another person, it was like,
That hurts.
you know, so that is where I felt,
Yeah.
it cut me deep. But thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
I
Right.
appreciate it. I'm gonna stay tuned in, but I'm gonna get back to work.
All right.
Love you, Nia.
Thank you for sharing.
I love you too. You gotta kick me out of here because I don't know how yet.
All right, I got you. Bye.
Please don't. All right.
See ya.
Got it. All right.
All right, guys. We thank Nia for sharing with us.
That was a very good.
That can be a topic by itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, once it's violated, it's violated. I don't think it's like no second chances. You know, like for example, like I know within myself, like let's say if I have a friend, male or female, if I have a friend that my wife finds out that I was talking about her to that friend, she's not going to want that friend around no more. She's not, it's going to be uncomfortable now because now she's going to be wondering, what does that friend know about me? You know, what else have you told them? Is it safe for me to even be myself around that friend? You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's crazy. But go ahead.
I want to say, so Pastor Sheila had made a good comment that I wanted to add.
One moment, hold up.
She addressed, huh?
Go ahead.
Oh. Well, I'll go to Tabitha. Hey, Tabitha, thank you for joining us tonight, girl. So she said, yes, I had to learn that. Keep my relationship private. We are 5 years and no one knows our business. Yeah, I had to learn that too. Tattoo, I had to learn that the hard way, you know, keeping my relationship. Because I used to be one of the ones who cried to family and, you know, not really friends, but family, or, you know, how we were going through some things or whatever. And what I learned very quickly was that they'll hold on to things, you know.
Still holding on.
They'll hold on to things and you moved on from it. You all have healed from it, but they'll still hold the grudges or whatever and stuff. And you wondering why, you know, they feel some type of way, or, you know, things not working in the totality of your family relationship. And it's because you told them some things about your spouse, you know, and naturally family is going to protect their family members, you know. So you got to just kind of keep things to yourself. But Pastor Sheila, she said, now this friend that David has that you accepted, talk about me, right? What happens when you and David has a bad fight and he goes to this friend for comfort and he cries on her shoulder, and being his friend, comforting him, what would prevent what happened between you and your wife from happening again?
Nothing.
Wait,
that's why I won't go cry.
Go ahead. Sometimes people will secretly love you so much that they are willing to wait years for the right opportunity to present itself. That's true. I'm saying this because my husband now has had a secret crush on me, you know, and they was friends with a previous boyfriend for 35 years before hooking up, after both of our long-term relationships were over. After 20 plus years, I cried on his shoulders after my breakups because he was my friend since 6th grade. It was a slippery slope. So she's married to the person that was her friend that carried her through these breakups and heartbreaks or whatever. Right. You know? So her question is, to me, what do I do when you know, in that case, if you were to go do that, you know what I mean? Or how?
Ain't really much you can do if I did that. I mean, other than leave or, you know, or cry about it or whatever. But I would say this though, Sheila, you make a very good point. Go ahead, Nika.
Yeah. First of all, I think when your significant other reestablishes or establishes a friendship with someone they've been intimate with, you as a spouse have to be okay with it, number one. Because if I wasn't okay with him being friends with her, I believe that he would respect our relationship enough to not be friends with her. You know, if I felt like it was gonna be something that was gonna be an issue in our relationship, then that would never happen. You know, you got to know your partner. You got to know who you with. You got to know if this is something that, you know, and I get it. You know, when you got weak moments and stuff, anything can happen. But at the end of the day, when you know your person that you're with at the core of who they are, you know, and you know what their left and right limits are, then it's easier to allow certain things to go to, you know, to happen. So in this particular case, they were friends. They are friends, you know. And most of the time, if we're around, I'm normally there or whatever, you know. So it's not like it's something that you know, where they get alone time or whatever, you know. And I believe she respects me enough, and also being spiritually in tune, you know, because a lot of times, let me tell you, like, the Spirit of God will show you things, and He will reveal things to you. If He needs you to know it, I promise you, like, there's no secrets when it comes to me and God. That's one thing I can say. There's no secrets, you know. So.
And one thing I wanted to say too is, one, I ain't crying on no other woman's shoulder about nothing that me and my wife went through. I'm telling you that right now. I'm not doing that. For two reasons. One, nobody don't need to know what my wife going through, let alone another woman. And two, I don't feel safe enough to cry, you know, on another woman's shoulder about whatever me and my wife going through, or whatever the case may be. But here's the kicker, y'all. Me and this person was friends almost as long as me and my wife was friends, right? Me and this person have remained friends over the years. But the key factor is she respects my wife in our marriage. That's the key thing that y'all are missing. This person won't even let me cry on their shoulder, I don't believe. I think they'll be like, you go back home. You know what I mean? Or might even call Nika or inbox her or something and be like, look, he over here crying on my shoulder. You know, I'm calling you because I don't know what's wrong with him, because they know that ain't me, and that's so, you know, far from whatever the case may be. So, yeah, again, you know, guys and women, you have to make sure that that person is respecting, you know, the relationship. Like even the person she was in love with that we was talking about earlier, you know, that person has asked me on a couple of occasions, was it okay to XYZ? Or, you know, even with the social media thing going on now, I recall a time where the person commented on a picture of her and was like, you know, very pretty or something like that. And then the person inboxed me and was like, hey, look, you know, I didn't think about it before I did it, but, you know, I just wanted to let you know or ask you if you needed me to take it down or something of that nature. I didn't mean no disrespect, whatever, blah, 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 you know, and, you know, like I said, again, it's about the person and how they respect you and how they respect your relationship. And mind you, they only going to respect you and your relationship based on how you respect you and your relationship. Yeah. So if you respect your relationship and put your relationship and hold it to that place, then you can rest assured that those other friends are going to do it as well. But if you don't, then like Pastor Sheila said, they'll sit right around and wait and jump right in. But it don't mean they being sneaky. You know what I mean? It could just very well mean like, you know what? If all I can be is your friend and that's the only part of you I can have, then that's what I'm going to be.
Until you need me to be something else.
But if I ever get the opportunity, I'm not going to chase it. I'm not going whatever. But if I ever get the opportunity to do so, I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? With me and her, I would have never thought in a million years that we would be where we are right now. However, I always told myself that I believed that we could be. She was with and that's crazy too. Her boyfriend, her last boyfriend before she and I got married, me and her was just friends, but she was with me at one point in time more than she was with her boyfriend. Like I'm talking about when she finished cheerleading, I'm waiting on her after her cheerleading games. I'm walking her to the car with her book bag and her suitcase and stuff like that. by the time she get to her mom's house, I'm already at her mother's house. You know what I mean? Chilling, me and her sister, or me and her mom sometime. You know what I mean? And at one point in time, I remember the boyfriend pulling up and getting upset because I was always around. You know what I mean? But the reality of it is, I literally at that time was just always around, because now I done went from being a friend to almost pretty much family. You know what I mean? Like, I would be at her house when she wasn't even home. It just so happens the boyfriend think I was there for her, or whatever the case may be. I could have been there with her little sister, could have been there with her moms, could have been there with her brother, could have been there with anybody. So anyways, long story short, I have been that other friend that the boyfriend wasn't feeling, but couldn't do nothing about it. You know what I mean? Because again, you have to make sure, men and women, that you hold that you in your relationship enough to be able to tell somebody, hey, I don't want you talking to them, or have grounds to where they feel like they want to end a significant friendship, you know, for you or for them or for whatever. You know what I mean? I have been in relationships where the woman wasn't worthy of me kicking my other female friend to the side or to the curb. Like, you ain't shown me that you gonna even be here long enough to start telling me I got to get rid of my friends. You know what I mean? So that's another thing too, but that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother show. So
so Shakan was saying, you know, it's another reason why her and this friend or this person are still friends. It's been years when it stopped, and he saw her spiritual growth, and he is, for better words, an atheist. You know, he never belittled her beliefs. He wasn't because he wasn't always an atheist, you know. Long story short, we were just randomly talking one day, and he said, I thought about us being long term, but I feel it would put tension in your spiritual growth. Wow. Yeah. And he would never do that. So they just solidified them as friends, you know.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
That's big. That's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep right there.
Star, I think we kind of got off from your comment. You said, but that to me is the unspoken. And she said, like, if I share something with you, don't share it with your wife. You don't share it with your wife. You know, I don't know what you're talking about at that time.
If I share something with you, you don't share it with your wife. I'm gonna tell y'all this: if you don't want my wife to know, chances are don't tell me. But I don't think that's what she meant. Yeah. But Sheila, Star, if you can re-ask that question that this stems from, because we might have bypassed it in our comment section. But yeah, if you can do that, please.
Angela, God has a way of revealing exactly at the right time what we need to know. Yeah, and that goes back. He does.
Let me talk about when you told me what color the car was. Let me talk
about that. You said that so many times.
Did I share this on here?
Not on this tonight, but before.
Did I share this on the show before?
Yeah, she told me.
I did.
Yeah.
Man, y'all, let me tell you something. Yep, Star, we coming for you in a few seconds. I want to share the story real quick, and we got to go because we getting past this hour. But y'all, one time she called me. No, she told me right after I had got done doing something I ain't had no business doing. And she said, I'm gonna ask you this one time. I don't want you to lie. And I know she could not have known this except God showed her. The girl told me the make, model, color of the car, all of that stuff. And because I had feared God, and because I did not want to be standing in between somebody and wondering if they heard from God, I had to tell her the truth. So I told her the truth, you know what I mean? And when I told her the truth, that was it. I had to cut it off. You know, I cut it off, and the rest is history. But we're gonna add Star real quick. Yeah. You stupid. You talking I'm about to get loose around you. We can add somebody on real quick. Star, if you can, because I can't find you in my section. I want you to add look at Angela. Right. She like that. Angela, go to bed. Put your phone on the charger. Put your phone on the charger and go to bed. Go to bed. Don't get no late night snack.
Let me tell you something. My father will always make sure that his daughter is never blindsided.
All right, next subject. Come on, Star. Y'all running out. But it was good. It was a learning experience for me, and it helped me grow a lot. Not just because, you know, I got caught, but it helped me it helped me come to terms with my relationship with God, you know what I mean? And understanding that just because she don't see it, he does, you know what I mean? And I can't say I love her and all of this stuff like that. And again, I'm not saying I arrived or I'm perfect, but I promise you, I will not continuously keep making the same mistakes and calling it a mistake. All right, come on, Star.
All right,
Hey,
so my
Star.
question, hey, how you doing?
Good evening, love.
Yeah, my question was
We doing
pertaining.
Good.
My question was pertaining to
No, you had it right. Keep it turned this way, or maybe the
There you
other
go.
way.
Right
Okay.
there. There you go.
So when she said that her significant other had shared something about herself with the friend, and I'm coming from a place of a person that has had friends that were married, and I just want to get some clarity because I lost a good friend because she was married, and I didn't understand exactly what was happening. But with this particular situation, and she said that she shared something with her friend. So to me, that's like the unspoken. Like if I'm with someone, right, and you tell me something, and you don't be like, "Yo, Star, you don't tell nobody this." If you don't tell me that, like with me and my husband laying down, pillow talking, whatever the case may be, that might come across, you know what I'm saying, in conversation. So to me, it's unspoken. Like if you with someone and they have a friend, whether it's the same sex or opposite sex, you should just automatically expect that they might say something. There's a saying where it goes, if you don't want nobody to know, then you need to take it to your grave. And I always use that saying.
That's right.
I always use that because it's not necessarily the person, the friend's fault. This is why we build these relationships, to get different ideas, to get, to lean on each other, to talk about something. Maybe you get a different view from your friend. It's not particularly something that's bad. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was saying. Like if I tell you something, Pastor, I'm sure you're going to be like, no. And you might not do it right away, but it's going to come across, eventually.
Right.
That's a significant other. I can only expect that.
Right.
Expect that, yeah.
Right. See, now it's a difference. Like if somebody, it's different when we talking spiritual impartation, right? And the reason why I say that is because there is a lot of things that, especially my wife as a woman, that women share with her, and she would never tell me. You know what I mean? Never, ever in a million years. Taking it to her grave. Unless that other person tells her to tell me. You know what I mean? And the reason why we do this is because when you're operating in a spiritual place, you want to make sure that nothing is being revealed to your natural person that was given to you spiritually. You know what I mean? Because it could be mishandled. So like if you and I, Star, let's say even if you and I had a conversation, and in our conversation, you spoke something to me, or you said the Spirit of God revealed something to you, or whatever the case may be, I'm going to hold on to that until the Spirit of God reveal it to me. Because if I don't and I let it outside, I contaminate what could have been potentially something that the Spirit of God was trying to show me. And how did I contaminate it? I contaminated by allowing something that was not in the spirit to get access to it prematurely. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but now on the flip side, if it's just regular old news or whatever the case may be, like, it's no telling. Like, if you don't say don't tell, I don't know. There's nothing to not tell.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
So, but like you said, it is good. This is why we develop these type of platforms and in certain type of communities, so that we can come together as a whole, you know what I mean, and talk about it. I believe that especially on our couples retreats and in our Till Death Do Us Part private group, we create an atmosphere by which everyone can come in and talk about what's going on. But what we don't do is it's Till Death Do Us Part. So if you come in there as a couple, we talking about it together. Like a wife can't come and just pour out whatever without the husband present. The husband can't come and just pour out whatever without the wife present. Y'all coming together. That way we ain't got to worry about his side, her side,
Mm-hmm,
and then the truth. No, when you both come together, the truth gonna come out.
mm-hmm,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah,
and that's
yeah, definitely. Because I had a
that's
friend
how we
like
do.
that,
But
and
thank you for sharing. You made a good point.
yeah, yeah. Because I had a
Mm-hmm.
friend like that. She was married, and she's not with the person, but just in communication, her sharing things with me, he kind of was feeling like it was a disrespectful thing to do. Whereas though I feel like if I'm with someone,
Mhm.
So she was sharing stuff about y'all marriage to y'all.
no, she was sharing stuff about him, like to me, like Star, what you think about this or da 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 da.
Okay.
And I'd be like, you know what, I can't really tell it. Like you kind of like, you know, she's not like a churchy person. But I would try to give her the best advice that I could, or just simply tell her, like, you know, take it to God and see what about it. But this like the third time this happened. So it's like, you know, I would tell her things that make common sense, but he didn't like it. So, and I see that a lot in a lot of married couples, but that's not some way that I would operate. Like my husband, my fiance, he can have friends and he could say, you know, whatever, because I trust my life and I trust my my
Yeah.
image with him. You know what I'm saying? I know
Mhm.
he's not going to taint
Mhm.
that, but
You
I was
trust
just
he's
saying
not gonna
in
go
regards
out
to what
there
the
and
girl was
say and yeah.
right. In regards to what the
Mhm.
girl was saying,
Yeah.
I don't feel like, you know, her significant other was wrong, because you kind of got to expect that. Like, they're going to share information. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I've had experiences where I've had friends that, you know, that talk to me about, you know, their relationships, their marriages, their husbands or whatever. And with that, it could be a little bit different, because if you're a friend that holds it, you know what I'm saying? If you're a friend that holds it and you solidify that sisterhood and you make sure that, you know, I'm gonna give you the best advice. I'm not gonna tell you to leave. I'm not gonna tell you to whatever, but I'm gonna be there for you as a friend. Like, I'm not gonna judge him or you or whatever, but I'm gonna be there for you and have your back as a friend. And that's all I'm playing into this.
Right. Now
You know?
let me say this now. I do want to say this. I'm not saying that anybody that you go to or anybody that you talk to, you have to make sure that you're choosing who you're going to talk to correctly.
Yeah.
And when you choose who you're going to talk to correctly, like I said, it's a respect factor. Like, my wife knows who she can talk to concerning us.
Mm-hmm.
And she knows I don't mind that person that she's talking to concerning us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? At the same time, she knows I know who she don't mind, who I'm talking to, you know, concerning us. Because we all need that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for example,
Yes.
and time and how long you knew the person don't mean nothing.
That's true.
Because for us as believers, if I can't perceive God in you, to feel confident enough, like I got one of my boys on here right now, my homeboy Kev on here. I go to him all the time, and used to go to him even more so back when I was really going through in my relationship. And this is before he was married. And I could have relied on him to tell me something because of the love he had for her and us. You know what I mean? So you have to assess who has that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the thing is, I think her problem was that the husband didn't like that the wife was telling you. So then the issue was probably with the wife. You know what I mean? Like, they had issues where he was upset with her telling you, with you knowing, you know, you knowing those vulnerable moments and stuff, you know, embarrassment, pride, you know, and things like that. Yeah. Yeah.
That's good, man.
Thank
Good.
you.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have another. Make a topic out of that comment, Star, because I think that could be a topic on the show. And inbox it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like should you share information with friends or family members? Yeah. I think that's a good topic.
And who is it safe to share? Who is it
I
safe
agree.
to share?
I agree.
You know? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good night.
All right.
I'm
Good
still
night,
on
love.
here.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I'm still on here till
Okay.
y'all finish.
All right, guys.
So,
We're going into the 9 o'clock hour. We're gonna finish up on some of these comments, and then we're gonna give announcements, and then we're gonna.
Valerie, I should be speaking on this topic because I just came out of a 6-year relationship. I didn't end it. He did on the phone.
Wow.
Ooh. So I know that I could never have a friendship with him again.
Yeah, that's kind of immature to end a relationship on the phone.
He must have already.
Come on, scroll down.
sounds like a true friend to me. They have no hidden agenda or willing to be the reason you end your relationship.
Right. Yeah, it is some, like, man, let me tell you something. As a matter of fact, Tonio, you know, you and I be having our talks, you know what I mean? And Lord knows it stay with us, you know what I mean? And you know, I share stuff with him that I go through. He shares stuff with me, and we keep it locked in like that, you know what I mean? Because you need people that you can bounce certain things off of. You know what I mean? You need people, but you have to be careful on who you talk to. You know what I mean? Again, like I said earlier, even if you have that friend that you used to be intimate with, the only reason why that person is still a friend is because that person respects me, my wife, and my marriage. You know what I mean? They respect, and not only have they shown that to me, they've shown that to her as well. You know what I mean? So, you know.
Yeah, that Antonio, like he said just now, when you make the mistake of talking to the wrong people, it makes the situation worse.
Right.
You've been there and got lumps and knots.
Right. All right, guys, my recording device is getting ready to go dead, and I don't know what my charger is, so we got to wrap up these comments, give some announcements. Let's catch some more of these comments.
I think we all good on comments.
Okay. Quick announcement. Till Death Do Us Part. We are hitting the road again. We are getting ready to go to, we telling them?
Yeah.
Jacksonville Beach, Florida, guys.
Beach.
We are going back.
Beach.
We are going back to where it all started. To everybody who have went to Jacksonville Beach with us, we are going back to Jacksonville Beach. We have some great things lined up for us. We got some y'all know we're gonna do our Freestyle Fridays. I think we're doing Freestyle Friday in Daytona Beach this couples retreat. We also have horseback riding. We are actually going to gallop on the horses this time. I know last time, because of time, we only had like a little short trail or whatever, and more doing the petting zoo and things like that or whatever. But we actually gonna ride. I think we're gonna be on the horses for about an hour. We're doing that. We got some other team building activities that we're doing.
And y'all know we gotta do our formal event. We still trying to figure out what colors we're gonna do, because we either normally do all white or all black,
do our party
or whatever. But
we adding something else to it too. We adding our soul food cookout for the soul cookout. We got a special treat for you coming on that. What else? We trying to put together some indoor skydiving. We trying to put that together. Is that solidified yet? Or we still waiting to see?
Yeah.
All right, it's indoor skydiving. I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Yeah, so oceanfront property, right on Jacksonville Beach.
Yep.
It's gonna be really. Oh, and then of course, I can't give it an itinerary, but those of you that have already been on the retreat, you already know what the itinerary kind of looks like, and how on the first night, we all do icebreakers, meet and greets, and things like that. Really vibe together. Really gonna have a really, really good time.
That's right.
Fun-filled
It's gonna be
event.
awesome.
So
we are staying at a beautiful oceanfront property. We can't give details yet, everything just yet, but I promise you don't want to miss it. Now, when y'all see the details go up, the slots are limited. When you see the details go up, the pricing and deposits and all of that stuff, hurry up and put your deposits in. Do not wait, because they fill up quick. And you have to put your deposit down. We are not holding no spots for nobody who don't put no deposits down. And trust me, we invest in everything else. Invest in your relationship. Once you come on one, I promise you, I will not have to beg you to come on the next one, if you really want your relationship to work, right? So I told y'all about all the fun stuff we're doing as far as the events and team building activities and things like that. But the reality of it is, guys, that's not even the part that really has been the one that's the most favorite. It's the sessions, man. It's the sessions.
Oh yeah. Can we get some session goers to come in here and put some lights and hearts and stuff? Kevin, where y'all at?
We gonna
Antonio,
the fire pit talks and the balloon release.
It's very therapeutic.
What else I'm missing? Oh, another thing we are gonna add too is we're gonna do Battle of the Sexes too, guys. Kickball, volleyball, beach volleyball. It's going up this time. It's going up. So it's going to be off the hook. Again, go like our YouTube page.
Oh, Antonio said, can I tag along?
Antonio,
I'll
you
see.
are officially Till Death Do Us Part family. So you can always come whenever you want to come. Another thing too, singles, if y'all want to come, y'all can come, but y'all still gonna have to pay the price of a couple. So if you single and you want to come, you still gonna have to pay the price of the couple because we under contract with these properties for couples. You know what I mean? So the room rates and everything is based on 2 people, a 2-person minimum. You know what I mean? So subscribe to the YouTube channel, share this video. Y'all go back and watch some of the old stuff too. We have 3 seasons worth of content. And trust me, y'all can see where the show first started from. Y'all might be able to check out when the show was not even called Till Death Do Us Part and see how it changed from what it was to Till Death Do Us Part. Good little history behind this.
Eartha May, she said we in there.
Eartha, I can't wait.
Kevin's
I know you're going to love it.
They don't want none. They don't want none, Kevin.
Right,
Oh.
Kevin, right. It's
Kevin.
going to be fun, y'all. I'm telling you, it's going to be a whole lot of fun, man. A whole lot of fun. We getting ready to drop the link for the YouTube. Thanks,
Yeah,
Angela.
and
y'all, we also do a Zoom and prophetic encounter on Wednesdays. When y'all see me post that flyer on Facebook, you might want to get in there too. You have to get the ID and passcode. So if you want it, send it to me. I don't put it on public. Send it to my inbox or text me or text Nika and say you want the passcode, and we'll give you the passcode. And we do that tomorrow at not tomorrow, Wednesdays at 7:00. So check that out. And for those of you who are in the Virginia area, the Lit Power Hour at what's the address?
400
Oakley Avenue in Lynchburg, Virginia. Trust me, you want to make it there one day. I don't care where you at. You want to make it there one day. I think that's it, right? So far, yeah, that's it. So I was going to tell you about some other stuff we got coming up in South Carolina and some other things that we're looking into in Atlanta, Georgia as well. But we'll save that for later. We will save that for later. But we thank y'all for joining us. We love y'all, and we will see you guys on, some of you on Wednesday, some of you on Sunday, and the rest of you on next
Monday. Don't forget to go subscribe to our YouTube channel. All of you that are watching, just real quick, just go subscribe. We're trying to get to a certain number of followers on our YouTube channel. Okay, guys, go ahead and do that. We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Love you guys.
Have a good night.